All right, everybody. Good night. Good night. Welcome to the OFP GW27 Preview. I'm your host Kwan. I mean, you know my boys, Yon
Good night, everybody. Was you with?
and Vic. So we haven't seen in so long.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Bossina.
So, fellas, I know the game weekend done, but all the game week 26 going.
Well, who wanna
Oh,
start off with? Vic, go
let's
through now.
finish.
Well, Vic forgot it had games today and man fall asleep. Wake up 8 o'clock this evening. and
Oh my god.
I see my triple captain on 84 points. So I say
First
wait.
hook of the week.
Boy, a great feeling, huh?
Then I realize everybody else triple captain, man.
Yeah.
Not really a
This
big
is the
thing,
most
but
points I ever get from a triple captain. For
Yeah,
sure.
same. The most I ever got before this was 72.
same.
Oh, easy,
But
man. It's
it's
72.
it was a mixed game week for me, I would say. I took a lot of liberties this game week and they didn't really pay off. But I mean, so it does go. And I feel like recently, especially, things haven't been going my way at all. Where taking punts on certain players, but so it does
Yeah.
go. So
If you want, you can share a screen and show us, sir.
yeah, gonna share my screen now.
Yeah. If you want, I don't know.
You all see in here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice. So on 113 points, as you
same as
can
me.
see, I had triple Arsenal, double Liverpool. My biggest failure was actually Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, I really expected more from that Tottenham game. Man didn't deliver. And Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, boy.
What more to say about Watkins, bro? Like,
Come on, what you want to tell you before the game week start?
like,
But
uh,
me and he was talking before the gaming start, and he was like, well, it makes sense because he playing Watford is going a while, Watford
Me
not
and you
good.
say that? Or Vic should say that?
Me and Vic was talking
Oh,
about
because Vic,
it.
this man tell me the man message me and Dagger, big up Dagger Dagger any dance way? I'm not sure.
mhm.
Yeah, but
I'm sure
you
he'll
said
be
we
here
gotta
at
send
some
Dagger.
point.
Somebody link here, come on, thing like quick. But yeah, Dagger say Dennis and I say Kwan Watkins is going to bench. And he said bench and then he bench. So yeah.
Well, you all could have told me that two of my three strikers was gonna bench, because
Dog,
Boy,
well I have
well, we
Edward,
didn't expect
so
Edward. That was shocking part. It's like, went
and
on.
the sad part is Rafinha, you know. He had a little 7 points on the bench. That hurts because that could have been Edward, that could have been Watkins'
True,
points.
true,
I
true.
say
I'm
Watkins have a
surprised they
nice
went with
fixture.
Rafinha
The
on
bench
the bench.
already.
Yeah, I would have played him. Just because of the
Now,
double game
well,
week now.
I say Edward had a real nice game week against Chelsea and Watford, but the man played 1 minute,
1 minute, dog.
Dog,
1 minute.
I
in two
can't
games
believe that.
in
I
a double game
genuinely
week.
cannot believe that.
And then, Watkins against a Watford team that cannot keep a clean sheet. Guess what? Ben Foster keeps a clean sheet, fellas.
I have it. I have it too. You feel I don't have it too?
And
Incredible.
that right there sums up my entire game week.
Aston Villa was just hanging on away
Oh,
because
and
watch
also,
today. Palace beat them up 4-1. It's not 4-1 I get today from Palace.
4-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see?
That's whatever is.
and
Madness.
Jared Bowen hit the post, so so it does go.
But
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
That
boy.
was my game week. I still hoping that Wolves and Arsenal game ends in a
Yeah.
lovely 1-0 Arsenal win with Saka getting the goal and Ramsdale and Tierney picking up some bonus, ideally. And for all of those of you who have Wolves defenders, I genuinely hope Saka busts all in that tomorrow.
I have a
I,
Saka
I
good
have a
defender.
I have a Wolves defender, but I also have
And
Saka, so
Saka.
I hope so
Same,
too.
same.
I'll be okay with that.
Me,
But
I'll be okay with that too.
but
Overall,
yeah, my
bad
game
man.
week 113 points, my highest for the year so far. But like I said, in the
Nice.
grand scheme of things, it's a small green arrow. It's very small.
I think this score all of us have is our highest for the year so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprisingly soon. I would have hit the 100 club by now, but I ain't get one yet. So yeah,
And you and remember we were saying we should have put Nick Pope in goal
yeah,
in the
boy.
scout. In the
Yes,
scout,
boy.
yes boy.
That man inevitable, and I tell you this
What
week.
the
I
Hey,
think
shit,
they're
man?
gonna.
hey,
I,
when I was calling Nick Pope name a couple of weeks ago in the chat, and men say, boy, the
no, the thing
catch up
is, I
game
couldn't
really
justify
fair.
it. Now I say I have the here. Billy shot a concede way. Nah,
Yeah. You
nah.
keep believing that, my
Now that I'm
guy.
bringing him in this week, what you go on? You'll concede no. Come on, go next one.
So I
Alright,
stay
alright.
clear then. You bring him in, I'll stay clear.
Hold on there, fellas. Right.
Share up this link a little bit, guys.
So
If you
this is
like
my
the chat.
team here. So I see same as Vic, 113 points. Right,
You
with
the
three,
team
with
of it?
three
Nice
to
one.
play. Let's see what's going on here. So we're shipping this here. And this
Oh no.
Oh no.
See, I knew it was there. It was just already, painful.
is this
It's,
boy, is this boy, is this what hit me boy.
yeah,
The
that
word
could.
boy.
You would
Hey,
How the
before
man
you
go play
continue,
1 minute boy?
Kwan, and I know I wasn't on the pun and thing for a while, but I see if you finally get rid of Marcel.
Yeah boy, I prefer ignore and he still ain't give
I
my
watch how
clean
much
sheet.
I guess that no. Real foolishness though.
But I wanna move on this guy. You see these two fellas here? Them gonna move on next game for sure.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for
For
sure, for
sure, for
sure.
sure, for sure, for sure. But 113, my highest so far. Well, triple cal, Captain Salah. Whoever then triple Captain Salah, well, boy, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, small green arrows, but we move.
No bad at all, man.
Yeah,
Well, my turn, I guess. Let's see. So, so far this week, I am on should I see my screen? I'm on a modest Well, you see my screen?
I paid up. Hold on.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm on this 138.
I'm modest
So,
130, you see, eh?
so obviously, the Salah triple captain. I brought in Saka with my other free transfer. This, well, no, not a free transfer. I would have hit 10 points from him. Andy Robertson delivering the goods. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Been a little less attacking these days, but always reliable. Harry Kane, as I predicted, as you can see, my bench could tell you I predicted it, was gonna score, and I benched my two City defenders for him. A little upset because if I don't know what was gonna start or gonna bench, I might have potentially bring in Weghorst.
Yeah,
So
boy.
that's a bit frustrating. This week he might see his way out for Veg still, but more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Overall not too sharp. Yeah, I feel like it could have been more salty, but I can never be sad with 138. That's a big number. And a massive green as well. See, I'm just outside the top 100 now, top 100k. So a little bit back on track, trying to get my way in today. I have three players left: one Arsenal defender, one Arsenal goalkeeper, Ramsdale, one Wolves defender, and of course Saka. So a bit of mixed bag there, but hopefully I can profit tomorrow. But that's me.
Nice man.
I'm on 138 now. This
Thank
fella's
you, thank you.
flying on Vic.
They flying, bro. I know what to say again, huh?
Alright, so it's good. So it's good. Very good. Very good. Very at least winning 100 club, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For once.
For once, for once.
Hey, Kwani, for the link in the big chat or the OFB Expo chat.
I understand it too, man. Jeez. I was sending it in the private chat here and you put it up because more WhatsApp web going down. You know why.
Trying to
But
make sure
yeah,
everybody could see there. Yeah.
so it's just to hope and pray that Arsenal do something tomorrow and yeah.
Nice man. That's I don't know. I honestly, you see, it's one of those situations where who big up Dr. Buffon in the comments there. But yeah, I mean, in terms of where like what I expecting. I know will actually suit me pretty well, but I think I need an Arsenal clean sheet to go away. I wouldn't lie to you. So if it happens, I wouldn't be too upset. I feel like Ramsdale's probably the most wooden player playing tomorrow. Other people have Gabriel, people have Tierney.
Yeah,
Um,
I have 22.
I knew, yeah, no, I didn't watch the game. This Sunday, I believe it was. But I heard he was decent. He was getting forward. Then he got booked for diving. Imagine that. But they say he could I get some goal hunting. So hopefully see that Saka. Of course, you know I expect another goal contribution from him. That would be nice. And I'll need to hit a little shuffle. Oh, lagging a bit. I don't know why. Anyway, but I need a little shuffle. In my team next week, and then want to talk about that in the transfer section, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Will you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, cool, man. I see that Dr. Buffon said New had some goal threat, and I believe that is the case. I remember. So let me check his stats because I did pull them up, you know. Big up FPL Dagger one time, you know. Lazy man. Uh, and with the plan and the Sadio man, eh?
Yeah, boy, that man, any team, you know,
Man get 100 points from two players, though.
yeah, look.
Javi, yeah, that's him myself, though. So yeah, just taking a look at Itinerary's stats, right? So he
Sometimes,
actually, mhm.
sometimes, I feel like all of we playing checkers and Daga just playing chess, boy.
Yeah,
For different
I nearly
reasons.
catch up with this week, you know. I nearly catch up this week, but that man ain't take him out. Take him out a little bit clear. I at least I had Robertson. The thing is too, right? Like I didn't expect Robert to get rotated, but I put him in a wild card. So this is what the second two return in 3 weeks with him. Okay, that continues. But if he had played in a first game, way, I honestly think he could have ended up with a similar score to Mane
Mm-hmm.
against Norwich. Because Simicast was getting so much space in our left hand side. He could have scored, he could have assisted everything. So yeah, but of course Daga is the boss, we know that. I knew he had one shot off targets. Um go, dog. You acting like Robo was a bad pick, dog. Relax, relax. It's Kwan, attack.
uh, to be honest, if I could have get money in, I would have bring him in, you know, but I was studying the amount of players I would have not playing, but right now I have four players not playing next week.
Same.
My plan was always for double game week to have double Liverpool defense and Salah, and it nearly pay off. So I can't really cost too much.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just obviously the rotation. And again, is planned beyond double game week too. Obviously next week they have no fixture, but the week after that they have
Mhm.
they still have a nice run, they have a must win run. The defense has been a lot more secure. Also home fixtures too to play, which is important. So yeah. But yeah, what's next on the agenda there? I see FPL finally hits 9 million players this week. So
Yeah, but
Ah,
that's
boy.
no, it's not.
pretty impressive.
Will you know what's next what's next in the agenda? The transfer plans.
Yeah. Always that.
Transfers. Well, I guess I could start off.
Mm-hmm.
So far, well, as I said, I have four players not playing next week. But you see my forwards, boy. I want
Mm-hmm.
them out by. I want them out by. You see what killed Edward?
Yeah.
If you look too sharp, I might take a minus it. To be honest.
Is that double game week or not double game week? A minus eight is a minus four.
So I was thinking um, Weg, this fella, JWP, and probably Brohow or Adams.
Feel like
Mm-hmm.
a decent minus eight there. Who you remove for that?
Um, Watkins and Edward and Saka.
Watkins, Edward, and Saka. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saka out one time, man.
Well, and I fill the gap somewhere, you know. I mean,
As an aggressive
actually,
strat,
no,
I
no,
would say.
no. Yeah, because I wouldn't have if I don't sell one of the four, which is Saka, Tierney, Salah, or Trent. I wouldn't have four players. I mean, I wouldn't have full 11. I mean, I could go with all the full 11, eh? To be
Mm-hmm.
honest. I could
Yeah.
pretend.
There we get a little message from Daga that he sent us his his wildcard draft.
Mm-hmm.
In the our chat there, big up Crystal one time. And I really like this draft. I don't know if you want me to put it on screen, but I think it covers the um necessary points, and obviously the thing is my concern is right now because I'm a Hurricane. Antonio Conte's comments today were very cryptic kind of also that's what
What did he
Conte
say?
said. He
What
was
did he say?
basically just like he don't know how long he'll stay on and he had to talk to the board and all kind of thing. Like bro, like okay, fair enough you lost obviously it's terrible you lost the Burnley, but you beat City. That gives you like a little bit of time. I think that means he's kinda unhappy with the board now, that's the thing. Um
He wasn't happy with the board. Right true, right true, right true.
it's true, that
Always.
is really true. Yeah. I think next
So
week, if we pull up the fixtures, I'm gonna share my screen and show you the fixtures.
and you and what you was expecting, boy? You're going Tottenham.
And I mean, if we being honest too, right? It's one thing to go to the Etihad and beat City, but it's a
True.
completely different thing to go to More and beat Burnley.
And
Let's
you know
be
something
really,
else? I'll say something else.
Really?
It's completely different to go to the Etihad with Spurs on it because that just seems like something that just happened regular. Since Pep has come
exactly,
to the Premier League again at Kane, 1-2, Son, bam bam, every single season without fail he getting that.
Uh-huh.
it's
So
it's
Fellas,
completely
yeah,
different to go.
before I forget, I was actually watching Mares against Everton, my final a good pick, boy.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Well, I was gonna take it fixture by fixture if I wanna do that.
Yeah, go ahead
Because
now. We got
Yeah,
time, go ahead now.
yeah, so I mean Friday first kick off Southampton Norwich. So I do believe Norwich are a little stronger now than they would. Like they're fighting a little harder, right?
Mhm.
I think as you mentioned, Ward Prowse is a good pick. I like Bruja. I've had Bruja on my side for a while. I said when he was injured on my wild card and he wasn't injured, and I was very upset. Obviously, Che Adams is back in the dance.
Mhm.
That's somebody we talked about before. Let's see if I can pull up them. So
And
yeah,
LNUC has also been getting points in the last
yeah. So
couple
there's
of
somebody
games.
who
So,
actually has been amassing pretty high XG. Let's see. If you watch Adams' point yesterday, he's returned 3 games in a row, which is really impressive there.
yeah.
Last season he was a staple. I think I had him for a long period of time last season when Ings was injured, all kind of thing. Bruja recently 5.4 still really good price.
Mhm.
And obviously some good returns in a little run there. I mean he only returned twice, but if you look at the opposition, it's
I think
kinda
I think
expected.
with Bruja,
Hmm.
I have him, and I actually kind of scared of him because what I realized with Southampton too is when one striker returns, the other does not. So it's like
That's a valid concern though, honestly
as
speaking.
more as more and more better form Shea Adams gets in, I
Hmm.
really concerned for Bruja. But I mean,
Boy,
Yeah.
that
Uh,
honestly is a valid
and
because
then
we usually watch it
Armstrong scored last game week too. That's
Yeah,
all. Or
Armstrong
this
did
game
score
week,
last game. Well,
this game
this
week he
game week,
scored.
yeah. If you watch the goals, say Shane Long and Stuart Armstrong, not Adam Armstrong, Stuart Armstrong
Oh yeah,
scored.
Stouts. Oh shucks.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was Adam.
that's
So
El Yunusi problem, to be honest.
it's true. But one thing I was looking at is people talking about Livermento. I know Dagger bench Livermento.
Don't
Livermento
remind him
was
man about it. Don't remind him man
Yeah,
about
no.
it. You wicked, eh?
I just saying. But a game week one pick I had, what can I say? Everybody had Livermento at some point, but
Yeah.
from what I have been reading, he's not really nailed now. But let me see if I could
No,
pull something up here. So, in terms of his last couple of starts and whatever, Kyle Walker Peters has been taking up that role. So some Southampton fans say they still recommend a defender from there, understandably. So I guess, but yeah, I mean, what pros is the next big one, obviously.
but
Mhm.
are we sure that Peru is nailed though? Because
No, Peru have COVID, boy.
we have COVID, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
so okay, I think.
Livermore will be
Peru have
nailed
COVID.
at least in the short term.
Could be,
Yeah.
but I mean, right
Yeah.
now I kind of want to plan because this turnover is high. But looking at Ward Pros, right, since game week 19, right, he's returned. Well, we could look at game since game week 17. He has 9,
You,
13,
you,
9, 7,
your shop's
6.
here, you seen, eh?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll put it back up just for emphasis there. I was gonna call it out. But if you're watching this, right, we can watch from game week 17 go down. You can see he has 9 against Crystal Palace,
Really?
13 West Ham, Tottenham 9, Brentford 7, Wolves 6, Black against City, 11 against Spurs, and 2 and 4
And
against
and
United
you
and
still get
Everton.
four against Everton. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, at his price point too, he's 6.5. If you wanna take the punt, he's obviously on set pieces, he's the best free kick taker in the league. I
I
believe
think
Dr. Buffon might have him. I think he mentioned that.
I think
So
if there's
that's
anybody who could possibly have an impact against Norwich is him.
Hmm.
If it,
yeah,
yeah, because he
agreed.
could put off free kick.
Because Norwich
Who
sit deep
knows?
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
And
thing.
and he's on pens too. That's a
yeah.
He's not a, I don't think he's a great pen taker. He's missed pen something. So
but he's on
sorry,
them,
sorry,
right?
Daga,
So
sorry. But the next fixture on the agenda, okay, we talk about Norwich assets too for a once. But
Josh Sargent.
I don't know. I mean, against us, they threatened a bit, but I guess that was just kind of due to Joe Gomez's rustiness, and then they scored a very fortunate goal. I'm not sure if all you saw it, but Rashika took a terrible shot. It hit Matip's leg and bounced in the next direction. So completely wrong foot. Uh, our keeper there, Allison, and they had the lead for all of 5 minutes.
Looking
But
at looking
yeah,
at the Norwich assets stats over the last few game weeks, and
hmm
Sargent, he had one shot in his last 2 game weeks,
yeah,
a total of 5 shots in his last five. Pookie, a total of 5 shots in his last five,
okay,
and Rashidza had a total
hmm
of 5 shots in his last five. So
they
I
averaged
don't
no one
think
shot a game.
yeah, I don't think I would want to go anywhere near Norwich, even though they're playing better, even though Dean Smith is not as a bad manager as you one would have you believe, you know. So,
Nah, he's well when he added to his CV to the season with another relegation. Um, yeah, I
but
mean
nah,
the only reason
I
he didn't get Villa relegated was because the goal line failed at Sheffield. I remember that.
yes,
So
yes, yes, and because Jack Grealish was playing for
out
some
of
bread,
skin. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
still
go.
back Southampton for the clean sheet in that game to be honest. So
Yeah, I wouldn't personally go for any Norwich attackers based on their stats. I haven't seen much of Norwich
Hey,
recently.
eh, who wanna
Jared
watch
will say
Norwich,
that.
right?
Jared will say otherwise.
Yeah, I would expect him
Jared
to
come
say
out and
otherwise.
whatever Jared says goes. That's the important thing. Moving on to the next game, 8:30 kickoff. There we have Leeds against Spurs, and as I said, the uncertainty kind of creeping in there. But my word, I kind of want Sun this week, you know.
It would be nice. It would be
No,
nice.
no.
So,
So why not buy swap out Salah and for one game we can bring him back now?
I just know it. I don't think it'll be payoff. I had a captain man for that so kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To me, if you
Thing
take
is
a
with
minus
Leeds
for
too.
a guy for him, yeah, the captain
Mm-hmm.
him.
Thing is with Leeds too. I expect them to show up. No way. That is the thing. I expect them. I don't remember last season when they were getting pressure, they just kind of revert into this ultra defensive thing where they had a run where they just didn't concede any goals. I was real weird. So I kind of expecting that anytime now because they're just playing too much stupidness. I hope Kane gets the points. But Son is a really interesting asset in this game. The
Mm.
amount
No,
of space he was getting.
something I want to say. Ellen Road is not turf more, you know.
It's true. It's
So,
true. It's true. It's true.
and
It's
and
true.
Harry Kane has been taken. He's been getting a lot of chances
He hit the
recently,
bar today. I know that.
and I mean like 16 in his last four. 16 shots in his last four
I
games.
like how you
I
come with the
mean,
numbers. I rather switch tabs. Thank God. Yeah.
so, I mean, I personally not looking to free hits in game
Right.
week 27, and that means I am looking at actually getting Harry Kane in for Watkins.
Nice.
And to
I
do
like that.
that, I actually gonna sell Salah for 1 game.
For one.
Woo!
Yeah, that was
So
thing
that mean, so
this
that
time, you know.
mean, so that mean next game you're going to go minus again then.
No, because I have KDB, and I
Oh
just
yes,
swap
true, 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 true,
I
true, true,
swap
true,
KDB
true.
to Salah.
Okay,
But
okay, okay.
Okay, okay.
yeah, but I actually I'm looking at Harry Kane just for that Leeds gaming. I know Son KDB Salah to Son might be a better move, but I just think Harry Kane's output the chances he's getting is much better. And like I said, away to Burnley is a tough game. It is a tough game. So I expect, based on how porous Leeds has been as well, I
Mm-hmm.
I expect Spurs, to push on and to at least try and get something from this game. Because remember, Spurs pushing for top four as well. Conte
Mop,
might be,
mop
but
four,
Spurs are. So
mop four, can be top four,
Hey,
right?
come on,
I
put on
see.
that bench there, boy. You say you don't, you might wanna hop in. Wait for.
Yeah, tell him come now.
Send me the link, huh? Is he restream one, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so he coming to
no,
listen.
no. Oh, okay.
Alright, yes. He say no when Jim.
So, I saw a very interesting thing on Twitter earlier today. They were saying that Spurs were fought before all the games that they had played, right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and now they ate.
Jeez, boy, that's not healthy. That's really not healthy.
So pressure in the camp for them.
That's real
pressure,
pressure for real, though.
pressure indeed.
Sell Salah. That's life after much evidence. I agree, Crystal. I really do agree. Could bring up that. You could bring up that comment. I like that one. But next fixture there, Brentford against Newcastle, and I back in Newcastle for this. And I'm gonna lie to all you. What you all think?
Now I'm back in Newcastle all the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I know you
man.
back in your boy Woodsy.
Yeah, that's not the word.
So I noticed that our boy Javid he has Dubravka in his wild card, and
Papa.
I was the pick. I think if I remember, Newcastle do have some doubles coming up. I'm not sure. Oh, I can't pronounce anybody's name. Can't spell anybody's name. But I mean, there's only one person I really want to
They have
from.
the
If you
double
see
point.
anything there, way.
But what the double is only one good game.
Yeah, the Chelsea game. Nah, I joke.
It's
No,
back to back
yeah,
levels.
watching.
It's
I
back
was
to
watching the
back
pictures.
levels.
They
Yeah,
have, they have Brighton, Southampton,
Oh
Chelsea,
yes, it's
Everton.
shocks. I didn't see the 28 on
Right,
top there, no?
right.
yeah,
So I mean,
back to
that's
back
a
levels.
decent double, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a low key really good pick.
and there's something I know if I here from the beginning, you know how we were with that Willa call earlier. And watching man get 10 points. We talked about him last time when he put in. He got 10 points. So come on,
Yeah.
I wanna jump back in on the man. What you saying?
Running now. How much is
5.7, 5.7.
5.79 bad now.
I'm feeling it, boy. I'm feeling it. And the thing is, obviously, it doesn't
They
bank
feel
for a
they
while.
feel they're going back up Brentford. Huh?
Feel like good, boy. I just feel like the momentum kind of with them. I think them and Burnley will have an interesting fight to the end of the season, and then maybe
Yeah,
Everton
for
might go
sure.
down.
Boy, if
But we'll
everything go
see.
wrong, I gotta be too much kicks.
I will really love, boy. As a Liverpool fan, boy, it's just something there. Obviously, with Newcastle too, Kieran Trippier out. That's a big He was probably somebody who's creeping into people's thoughts. I think.
Yes, he was.
Um, yeah, and I mean, who else getting any goals for him? Really, Sam
One player
Maximin.
that I real impressed by is Ryan Fraser.
Yes, agreed. I talked about him last week on the pod, and he's getting in consistently good positions. That one thing. Yeah, let's start today. Vic.
No, I'll get to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, pull it
But
up, man. But I mean, the thing is, way like we know how he is under a man like under
Yeah.
the guy himself
Who brought him to the Premier League?
who
Yeah.
brought him to the Premier League, Eddie Howe, dog. So,
so the
uh,
stats not all that great, but from the eye test, I find he's been getting into real good positions.
I,
He has
yeah.
that the long cousin. No? Wait till myself.
he had 8 shots
Hey.
in the last 5 games and 5 attempted assists. So
Fraser time where I remember one game we I don't have a screenshot, boy. This is before I started really screenshot my FPL. I think that was the season before I joined OFB. Um, I had triple captain Salah against Huddersfield that week. That was a double.
mhm.
Salah get like 40 something from there, 50 something. And then I remember I had Fraser and Wilson that week too, where I got like 147 points, and the highest score in the wheel was 152, and I was like, wait, something like that. I was real close to the number one rank that week, but I have a soft spot for Fraser from that season. I'll always back the man. But I like that fixture. Brentford, of course, they already stating much, but with David Raya back, maybe. defense might shore up a bit. Christian Norgard got on his score sheet for
Yeah,
them
right.
this week, I
Yeah,
believe.
right. Yeah, you're pushing them about 2 weeks now. Eh?
I have a question, right? You all think Brentford in a relegation battle?
I don't think so just yet, but they have a potential to slip into one way. The thing is, a lot when these games played even out because all the teams have games at hand.
Yeah.
I think
You
that's
know,
a serious
but
thing.
you and me don't think so as yet. They very close.
Well, right, you see
They
this
only,
again.
they only 4 points away from Burnley. They're
And and
24 and they're on 20, and Burnley on 20.
So it's
the thing
relegation then.
that
Impossible.
I noticed too, right, with Brentford at the start of the season, everybody, Brentford Community Stadium, the energy.
Thoughts on flashback name? If he was in FPL, I would sign him definitely. Christian, big up Christian one time.
Lewis. Lewis.
So yeah, the energy among the Brentford team, it was completely different in August, September than now, and I think if they don't turn that around soon, I think Brentford could actually be in real problems. You
Yeah,
know,
for
That'll be
sure.
interesting to see way. In that regard, then again, like I kind of want to stay clear because they haven't been impressing me since I had last
yeah.
had them Buemo,
Yeah.
all them weeks
I would
ago.
stay clear too. I would
We
stay
all
clear.
we
Yeah,
all had Boomo. We all had Boomo.
Bumo get me. I was the man who get the 8 points from the man when he was there. That was a good week.
We all had Boomo,
Yes.
Mr. Head Post.
Hit post. Next fixture there, Brighton Villa. Interesting one. Brighton have been kind of leaking goals of late, right? If I
Yeah,
remember
man.
correctly.
Brighton
So
concede what 3 or 4 to Burnley.
to
That's
Burnley, man,
okay.
that's
Villa
crazy.
not scoring goals. So
As you saying, way looks
Yeah, that's
like
right.
the honeymoon phase kind of over for Steven Gerrard, and I think the base levels of Villa's atrocious defense kind of kicking back in. If you're actually looking at somebody like let me see if I could pull up
But
this stat
but
for you.
but SG Concert is back this gimmick, eh?
Right, true,
mhm.
true, true. What
Yeah.
I want to do
Now,
is actually pull up a stat there, but I'll keep talking, man. But I
one
just want to
question,
say,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You all think Watkins would start given that Ings started this last game week
And
and
looked
Villa
horrible. And looked
So
was
the thing
horrible.
is, way I would
completely
say, like, if you could prioritize him out for like a Weghorst for Abroha, why not? Though the man is not nailed again. Villa ain't really created much out through him. I think the assets to own I would consider right now from Villa.
Coutinho.
Ramsey.
Coutinho and
Coutinho
Ramsey. I
Ramsey.
have
Yeah.
Ramsey as an enabler.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But yeah, it's just
And Burnley 2 fixtures looking nice, boy. Ooh.
yeah.
I telling all about that since November.
It's true, but how come you ain't running them?
Because the fixtures get postponed. So
All right, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
true. Well,
Burnley.
for me personally, I think having lots
Burnley
of fixtures on
looking.
your side. If I was wildcard, I'd probably look for Nick Pope.
Yeah.
Um, I
Mm,
can pull up this
for
stuff
sure.
for me. I wanna pull up some goalkeeping stats here on
I, I
FPL.
actually I actually saw somebody was saying they this guy, what's his name, boy? And I think he assisted this game we gone here. Roberts. I think he plays left back
Right,
or right back.
Connor
Yeah.
Roberts. Yeah,
Yeah. They
that's
say
somebody I was looking
he
at too.
does not a
Boy.
bad pick, yeah, and he's cheap.
Yeah, boy. See if I can pull this up, boy. Because one thing I wanna say is you all remember last season, obviously the hero in the goal was the man himself, Emiliano Martinez, right?
Hmm.
yeah,
So let me see if I can pull up this stat for you, boy.
But but Watkins, you could see the difference when Watkins and Ings play.
definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Watkins and Javed said it. Watkins he creates space for the Villa
True,
attackers. Yeah.
true, true, true.
Whereas Ings just not to stay central. He ain't running
But
channels. He
the
ain't doing
thing
anything.
the thing
So
about Watkins, and this goes back to last season as well, right? The thing about owning Watkins is that watching Watkins play is one of the most annoying things you could do because the man misses so many chances a
yeah,
game,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
makes such poor decisions in front of
Mm,
goal. Is honestly, even in the game where they beat Liverpool, I remember Watkins taking a
You
good
say
few
what's up, man?
shots, hitting the keeper, and then someone else went and tapped it in. So I currently have Watkins, and I just want to get rid of him because I
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
Same. Frustrated
really
now.
So
like
I
to
know
watch
both of
Netflix
y'all
games.
have
Yeah.
Luca D, right?
Yeah.
Right, so one thing I was kind of trying to make the point, but I kind of scattered right now. But I shall talk about push shot XG on this pod before. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's like as XG expected goals on how likely I just quote an FBF here, how likely the goalkeeper is to save the shot. So what it is like it's a more accurate version of XG, right? And Martinez is currently out of all the keepers who play in the league 20th for
Yeah.
push shot
Wow.
XG right now, per 90. That is
Wow.
yeah, so it's like a little differential there really.
Mm.
Um what that means is if you have negative amounts that you're kind of underperforming obviously. You
Yeah.
have below average shot stopping ability. He's currently he has a PS XG of negative 0.21 per 90. It basically means he's not. Last season his PS XG was like high, real high. If
Yeah.
I could pull that up for you, just as a comparison. But
And I find that
yeah,
something else interesting because even, and this is not FPL related, even Oblak, I think in the top five leagues,
yes,
Oblak
yeah.
is like the second worst keeper.
Is he worse in
Something
Europe
like
right
that.
now? Worse in Europe and he
Mm.
worse in La Liga.
Yeah.
So
And
last
like,
season, per 90, I just want to make the point, Emiliano Martinez, PSXG per 90 was plus 0.20, which means he's preventing 0.020 goals per 90 minutes. This season is minus 0.020. So it's completely the opposite direction if anybody knows the stats something. That just goes to show the underperformance now.
Yeah.
Um so that's why I would stay clear of defense. Obviously Tyrone Mings doesn't help. He's a terrible defender, a nice person,
Yeah.
but
He
terrible
is.
defender. And I think Steven Gerrard will probably want to refresh this squad because you've seen what his team is capable of. But
Mm-hmm.
like again, they ain't
I
looking too
think.
hot right now.
I think they have a big summer ahead. To be honest, in transfer
I
window.
agree with you. I think they will. We can
Yeah.
talk about that some other time, but
And
I think they should go in on Schlotterback.
and
Looking look
Brent
great.
and Bentancur probably would have make a difference in the midfield. To be honest.
Agreed, agreed. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
somebody that they wanna they should assign.
But I
Somebody in
but I was
that mold.
I was telling Vic earlier this week
Mhm.
that actually expecting to continue to be in the midfield tree and not being on the wing now. But
I don't think it makes sense right now. But like the man physically, I feel like the other wing options not really weighing up the same way now. Way that's
and I
something.
think
true.
the
Yeah.
only way Coutinho could play in that midfield, you're not dropping anybody in that midfield.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
And you're not and you don't want to play what's this guy name McGinn as a number as a six.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So I
So
Douglas
think
Luiz is the man, right? Doggy, just call
yeah,
him. So
the
yeah.
only way Coutinho goes into midfield is with that diamond. And
yeah,
and that way watching
Coutinho was the man really. But when this season, his best statistic season was the last season he had at Liverpool before he moved, and he played as
mhm.
an 8 in that season. But at that point, we had Fabinho and we had other people covering. Obviously, had Salah and Mane on the wing. So I mean, it's different levels now.
Yeah,
Um, the squad gonna need a little bit of a refresher. And as you think, I think whoever like Dean Smith was targeting really wrong players. I think the fact that they know signing a left back is kind of mad to me. I thought they would have signed a left back last summer because my target is not like if you wanna compete for Europe, like that not that
yeah.
kind of
But
player.
you're gonna sell my target, and you don't have
Mhm.
backup for Tini.
I ain't really beat enough for that to be honest. I think that's part of the plan. They're gonna ride out the season with Dino, and they have I think they have a highly rated prospect if I remember correctly. But they
Okay.
want to keep around the thing. I can't remember my name, but I remember reading it as follow some as a Gerard fan. I follow some of them
Mm-hmm.
fan pages and see what they be saying. But
I think
yeah,
the one thing
maybe I
they
would
need
chance
to
more pie next week. Honestly, what you guys think?
that's a nice shot.
That's
Yeah,
not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout.
That's a nice shot. I
I
think
mean, you could try it if it's
more
one guy.
26 right now.
Yeah.
more is the kind of that will bull Tyrone Mings. He will make Tyrone like
I get to the man ahead.
yeah, yeah.
I
talking about
think
talking
obviously
about
it's
talking about getting in man head this game this you heard about Wood and Zuma?
Yeah.
dog, that's real funny, dog. That's real funny. Wait, I just imagine Zuma mocking this man, and we're just like, no, no. And I
I
just
tell
see him,
you
Zuma vex me.
I tell you what is my favorite striker in the Premier League.
Dog,
Long
what is that? What is that kicks you out, way? Kicks you, man. Dog. I wouldn't lie, boy. And the man could play it. And the thing is, I know people will always beat up about it and say, well, they could have gone for Vekhorst. But I do believe that the big deciding factor there was probably the vaccine status. Like that's a big thing for them clubs because them men don't wanna like. I know a lot of clubs have
Yeah.
the thing like as an asset now. Maybe. The next fixture is Crystal Palace against Burnley. And as a man who own Edward and Olise, I wanna sell both of them right now, bro. Not gonna lie.
Speaking of,
Conor Gallagher back on the score sheet today.
Yeah.
The boss, and the thing is, I know all of us was like, "Oh, we can't bring him in this week because he only have one fixture." The man.
speaking of Palace, like,
Goal and
Palace,
assist.
Palace sell real dreams. They sell real dreams. You know.
I think this is the limitation of
You know,
Patrick Vieira.
last week we pong Zara on the pod on the live, yeah.
Yeah, we did say I don't trust him. I don't trust him, man. I don't.
I I don't trust him either.
Which I don't right. Who trusts Zara?
My dog, my dog, Kavir, I'm not sure if he in the chat right now, but Kavir did bring in Zaha this week. He did triple captain Salah. He free it, but he bring in Zaha, so that ended up making up a lot of the ground.
So he's
But
saying,
he missed the
yeah.
triple captain, so he's still right behind me a bit. Wherever I see, I go grab Zaha.
The one thing about Palace though, they at home
Yeah,
to build.
totally,
A
yeah.
completely different proposition to being away.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you know
Completely agree.
they might get some returns there. You know, it's just I, as much as I like the man, I don't understand why Matata constantly starts. You know,
Well,
like
He's scored today
Matata.
though. I think.
no, but Vic, Matita good, It's
It
just
is. It is. It's
it's
just
just yeah. You be worried about to start.
and on top of that, like the game before they start, IU, like
Yeah,
those are
madness
Dog, I
every
don't know
day.
how I this game minutes, honestly. I was atrocious. I follow this. I don't follow Matchday 365, but them as Palace fans too, and every tweet is be like, "Why is Jordan? Are you playing for my club right now?" But
early in
yeah,
the season, I can understand. But now we have Matata, you have Olise,
Dog Edward been firing us.
you have
Exactly
Eze. They literally have no reason for
to
IU to
play.
start.
Are you to play? Yeah, none. As I feel like Vieira needs nephew. I feel so.
That's the thing too. We talk about the limitation of Vieira. Um, a lot of people criticized him before when he came in terms of his time at Nice. The man is not like he was known as like a great manager and thing.
Mm.
And yeah, maybe you're seeing it now. Because there's a lot of frustration, I think, in the Crystal Palace community, from what I could gather at Marco in the social media. So,
I mean
yeah,
their style of football. They playing good football. It's just as picks boy. It's we decides to play.
he's
It's
seen
the
him in training,
problem.
so that's the next thing.
True. So are you
Yeah.
are you are you probably scoring 50 goals in training every week? Who knows? Are you saying, but what this man is Mo
I
Salah?
think I think if I was a Palace fan, I would be frustrated too because realistically, Palace is not going to have a season like this again. They're not going to have Conor Gallagher in the team again.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and I think
Who they bring in to replace Gallagher is a big thing. We'll
would
see.
want to make the most of the season because not every season they won't be in a relegation battle. You know? So I think they would want to enjoy the season, and
Yeah.
the fact that we are making decisions like that is kind of concerning. But I mean, if it's one thing though, I like the style of football we are playing, and if they could continue that, I think Palace, they could go
Well,
well.
well, you on he could have Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus Cheek. I would take 5 million.
Hey, you saying that, but Loftus Cheek Palace was
Yeah, no, I know.
almost as good as
Yeah, that's
Gallagher.
pre-injury though, not so.
Yeah, that's pretty injury, but
Yeah.
he's still a competent player. He could he
Yeah,
could
good to
he
see him
could
back
pretty
up and
well.
running. Even though
Loftus Cheek
I don't feel he's the same player again, but
in
now that's it. I
Palace
probably saw him on Sunday. But
was a FPL must-have back in the day.
I don't even
He
remember
was
that.
a
Dog.
must-have.
The
I
one on
would I
Crystal Palace
wouldn't
has
I wouldn't say must have, but he was a good player in Palace.
The
So
best player I
I
ever
think
won from Palace, besides Gallagher, was Wan-Bissaka that season. Boy.
yeah, same.
Let's
Same.
start off with that man, with the 4.2. Me and Vic watch opening day there, and we say, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean
That's real
Zaha
long.
was good for a while too. Zaha was
Yeah.
good for a while, yeah.
Zaha is hit on Miss Wina, man. He's either red card or 2 goals. And
Yeah.
today is 2 goals. But Burnley, dog, Burnley. So Nick Pope, obviously, the guy in our back. Um, Vote Vegas, dog. What we
Yeah, boy.
saying? All I bringing him on, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
boy, I tell you that, boy. And
Yeah.
Nice.
even before the man signed, like when
Mhm.
all the things was coming true saying that he gonna sign, I tell all them, boy, yo, this man is a bull striker. True and true. And
Like I feel Sean Dyche went for top 10. He googled top 10 target man. He will, and he just signed the number one there, boy.
yeah, this guy is a bully striker, true and true, and I expecting more goals from him. I expecting more goals, and he look good with Kone back on top of him. So
Kone, in and out, way. That's the only thing.
but I heard he should be back for the Palace game though.
I ain't trust that. I know bringing
So
him on in,
I mean
but again, like,
I'm not saying that by the man, but you
yeah.
know,
I would say Akone
yeah.
because hasn't been back when he's played either.
Or Ben Me, way. That everybody free hit draft off of Ben Me in it.
Men me. Not
Yeah.
bad. Me, I don't know what else to
Man could have
tell you.
scored a brace today, you know.
I
It's true.
think away to Palace. Actually, away to Palace. If you know what Palace weakness is, you know,
What
set
Palace
pieces.
weakness?
Set pieces.
True.
Oh boy! So the way
Yeah.
saying that, they get McNeil Brownhill
Good one.
and and Vegas and me. And I get 4 men from Burnley there. That's very pressure away. And he did double free. That's like how I felt this week. I wanted Robertson, Trent, Salah, and Mane.
Yeah.
Because I just knew like I get the points. But yeah man.
I would
Luckily.
say though that Kone did score, I think, in the previous fixture. At,
Mm-hmm.
he did
I think he did, yeah.
Let
That
me
was
let me
2-1
let me
or
check
something
it
like
out.
that.
Let
a
me check
first
that
touch
out.
volley from
Check it
outside the
out.
box.
Yeah, it was a banging goal too, I remember that.
Yeah.
See to the goal rush.
So,
And the next fixture we have is United Watford.
hmm.
So again, like
Before we proceed,
uh,
the last fixture between Palace and Burnley at Turf Moor was a 3-all game.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, that was about
Yeah.
that was real
I
games
think
on
that,
that way.
there was a lot of set piece goals in that game. There
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Me score, Wood score, and Kone score.
Yeah.
Not me score, but I score. Correct your grammar now. We
Ah,
gotta make one. We gotta make one. We gotta make one.
That was a game that I remember seeing, and I remember
yeah.
we took advantage of Palace weakness.
Burnley is our mad side though. Burnley's playing up, and I feel Everton going down.
Yo,
Paul Lampard.
Burnley's not side, you know.
I'm gonna tell you, Lampard. Hey, I was expecting this guy to go back to his 4-3-3 and play this guy 3 mil by himself because I don't know about you all, but I know that DCL as a lone forward is a better player. You understand? And like Lampard, don't know that. I mean, I know he little duns, but oh gosh.
Dog, Lampard is our man. Just give me vaccine.
So
I
if you wanna go wrong, you go wrong, Lion.
good
Oh,
night, Preston. Good
Keston, big
night.
up the boss himself. Keston. Condolences on your whittle loss this morning, brother. It was a tough win.
Alright,
But
let's move on.
yeah, let's move on to the next picture there, guys.
Man
So
U Watford.
United Watford, and honestly, dog, Bruno Fernandes. If I had a free, definitely.
Ilanga.
I think Ilanga's a good differential. Even this Jadon Sancho against his former team, you could even argue the fact.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't get Ronaldo just because, dog. But I mean, I think that Watford will probably score. And I do think that Bruno Fernandes has this knack of playing absolutely terribly, but getting a goal every other game now. I don't know if I noticed that.
Yes.
But against Leeds, the man
He
get
was-
a goal and an assist, and his pass completion was 48%. Though that's abysmal, 48%.
What? Serious?
Yes,
I
so you
didn't
go
watch.
and look it up on
I
Superstar.
didn't watch the game. I don't take on Man U, so I don't know.
I didn't watch I was in the beach, but go and look it up though. Go and
And
look it up.
I didn't watch his stats either because I was really interested.
So I see on the timeline somebody was slandering him, man. I must jump. I hate today as well, like, cause I know my boy the kill wouldn't lie about them kind of things. No, the kill say Bruno play crap.
I
So
would argue
yeah.
Bruno is the kind of player that overly ambitious, and he does try
It,
some
it,
game,
it's 50.
try
It's
one,
50%.
yeah,
50%.
in that 50-50, but the amount
Yeah,
of times he
50%.
tries,
Ooh.
he bangs it in.
horrible.
No,
He
you are
bangs it
midfielder again. 50% pass completion. No, that's crazy. That's
The
insane.
man, the man was being risky, but he was playing
But
risky.
that being said, that way shout the man your team because the man just pulling out goals and assists from nowhere, playing stupidness. So that's the only man I would really highly recommend there. Alonso
Yeah,
Sanchez are a really good punt though. I like that.
yeah,
But the real game of this season, the week that everybody gonna be targeting, obviously is City against Everton.
correct. Correct is
And
right.
while everybody doubles up on Mares and Sterling on the free hits, I'm gonna have my Cancelo Laporte praying that the game finish nil, so you can catch these men. But yeah, out of the attackers, I think Mares is the consensus there.
Maris
Mar-
still in.
Yeah, Mares still in.
Yeah.
Still in, and we you hat trick for the season, so.
I I personally have KDB, and I'll keep KDB, but
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I
John, what going on?
I really wish
Oh,
that
John.
instead of KDB, I had Sterling on my wild card because like
Yeah, boy.
Sterling's been in form.
If you had him again, you know it is. I want to say big up
Yeah,
Corner Flag one time, big up the live that they had as well. The same time as ours, unfortunately. I was supposed to be on that, but so it does go. But thanks for the support, man, John. You should have waited, you know.
Ryan
But
tell
what you
them fellas, Ryan tell them fellas with the kids. You have a kid too?
I know wake up, but I take a nap. I know sleeping enough. But yeah, and last time I wear that Salamis happened where I feel John Kuzla. Anyway, so Cancelo, he was really good against Spurs offensively. Defensively, as I mentioned on Twitter, he get roasted twice and nobody said anything. Um, but anyway, he could have had a goal and assist. He had a total of one shot on target, three off target, and one blocked from left back. So I think he's actually a good captaincy show this week. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah?
Riyad Mahrez came off the bench. That's one thing you should note. Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne all played 90 minutes. De Bruyne's minutes is something. Don't worry about that, John. We post in the Scouts 11 soon enough. We have obviously Dagger 11 you can compare to it. That'll come out before the deadline. But right now, I think Pope is the man in goal for sure. I'd probably double up on that defense too, boy. Honestly speaking, from Burnley.
poop on me.
And yeah,
So
Pope and me, Cancelo for
so
sure.
Leon, my
Hmm.
only problem with City attackers this game week. City playing Champions League this
Correct,
next week,
correct.
right?
But
Right.
you're lucky we here because you know what we do. We give them a title race to consider, so that means they might actually play some of the big
True,
boys.
true,
City went
true.
game 5-0 or
Yeah,
5-1 or
but
something
Oh
like
Pep
yeah,
that.
might
that's
this
also
season. Pep
true.
come
So
on and say, yeah, well, yeah, what are they doing, mate? Well, he come out and say, it's a hard game. That means he mama guy and people and things. Pep said I do that. That is pressure.
Yeah,
but to be honest, I prefer if you all win the league, eh? I can't handle Pep winning the league again.
Oh, thanks, bro. Well, they should have let us win when we had to play all year, but
No, it works so. Gotta work for it.
well, hopefully, I could see it happening though, because the momentum pretty strong with us though.
Yeah.
I feel this season heating up a lot though. Right now we have a really nice title race heating up.
yeah.
3 point gap. We gotta play City still at the Etihad. That's gonna be a very intense game. But
Mhm.
outside the scope there,
The
um,
season in general, like the race for top four, heating up the race for relegation.
relegation is a hot one. This
Yeah,
is a
boy.
nice season way, and
Yeah, boy.
after all the misery of COVID,
So,
definitely.
don't ever underestimate Burnley. Don't underestimate Burnley.
So I
This
wanna
man,
look at something, right?
Burnley is the Premier League team. I feel
Burnley,
so.
yeah, watch now.
So looking at something now, right? And in terms of XG over the last however long, Leeds Everton kind of mid for XG right now, mid table over the last month or so. So I mean, in terms of a threat, I don't know how much I see them being a threat against City because that's one thing, and I'm not even exaggerating, dog. If Liverpool in a title race and need Everton to win, Everton will just fool dog every single season as happens. So I expect,
I'm expecting them to score any goals, to be honest. I expecting like
yeah.
about 5 or 6. I
Now
will
I
see
hope
it.
in Cancelo and Laporte start, and I get a goal from both of them, way, honestly. So,
Because
eh,
Lampard had his team looking horrible. I mean, they were always horrible, and he didn't even prove anything. When a new manager come, he has normally got a new manager bounce.
yeah.
Nothing.
And they get the goal thing.
One game. Come on, come on.
The well, the thing is, lead stacks now, way. We gotta remember, and that's the funny thing, right? Like we're looking at I don't know if you guys saw Twitter, last week after United play Leeds, but it was like, Paul Pogba, greatest midfielder in the world, Jadon Sancho back to his best, dog. You see what Liverpool did to Leeds today, dog? Or let's see what our game could have been, dog. Like Salah could have had like a hat trick in the first half, and he tried to he pressed L1 instead of just mashing the ball. It was real pressure, dog.
Boy,
We-
that upset my soul.
Salah was, no, Salah get
Ah,
most of.
true, yeah, trick yes.
I think it's like I'm not even gonna say like I'm not even to be disrespectful. Like, I read Curtis Jones a lot, but you see like Klopp play Curtis Jones against Leeds because he know the man would dominate to get back some confidence. Because obviously right now we have everybody fit now. With Jones couldn't make a match. They scored a couple of times. He played Curtis Jones. Jones dropped a 10 out of 10. Though it's like Leeds have no structure right now, though, and that's why
None,
I think like
none.
them is you want to target, but obviously Spurs is aside. They don't care what the status quo, so that's why I will still run. I feel like they will still concede against Leeds.
And I mean, these kind of once the defense not there, because the defense kind of all over the place. You have Strick
Mhm.
playing, you have Strick
Yeah,
playing centre back, and then you don't have no cover for the back four
it's true. Yeah,
because Phillips not there. So it's just real pressure for them right now. Come remember you were saying that that man game gonna finish nil. Because finished nil last time.
which one
He's
is that? Yeah. Oh no, well I say that
yeah,
that was the pass thing.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Leeds just in a mess right now, boy.
It's
And
really a mess. Look.
if Bielsa keep his job after the season, I'd be shocked. To be right,
I think Jesse Marsh is probably the man gonna come in. And actually, I think they'll stay up though. I believe they'll stay up.
we will
The
see.
next
We
game
will see.
on Sunday is West Ham Wolves. So I think this will be a tight one, really.
Nil, nil, nil,
I
nil,
can see
nil,
that being a nil-nil.
nil, nil.
Wolves was really tight, obviously. I think Bowen will probably be the only man I consider from West Ham again. I think that's pretty fair. I think the one man like obviously Bakamarida now is the guy, the legend himself, Raul Jimenez. But Pedro Neto returned to fitness. I had a by right keep an eye on him, that my dog. But Jimenez, he had a goal and an assist in his last 2 games. West Ham ain't looking exactly airtight.
No, no, they're not.
So we can see something happen there. I would
And
definitely recommend.
I would really like if Jared Bowen score. See the
I
confidence and
think we'll
everything
take it.
there.
I
So,
prefer our itinerary clean sheet to that, though the game might be a little more. But
One,
looking at his fixtures afterwards, he has a double fixture, a double game week against Palace and Watford. So
yeah,
yeah,
okay, that's good. That's good.
that's captain's level.
yeah, big man thing, big man thing. That really is.
But
That's
one player that I would like to promote,
I know you talking about it.
that's my theory. It's not my
Oh,
story.
what's that like? Was he seen? Sorry, big up.
Is Daniel Pullens.
Yeah, he done has
Yeah,
a light way.
that's right.
Since he's come back and he's established his place now on the side, I think Pullens has
Yeah.
been looking good, and he take that spot from Adam. I think I would give it a few more game weeks, but I think in the running,
hmm
was pushing for Europe as well, right?
Yes, true.
I think
He had to up that goals and assists, though. That's the thing.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think he
before we
just,
continue, yeah, continue.
he just
Hey, I don't catch
together,
myself.
and I think I,
I don't catch
I,
myself. I don't catch myself. You want fight me and you last week about Den Dog, eh?
yeah,
He assisted
I
this
remember
week.
that.
Yes. He assisted.
Oh, he didn't
He
get assist this
assisted.
week.
Yes, he
When game
assisted against
his goal
against
finished 2-1.
Leicester.
Well, they're jumping on him man now, but they're good.
Nah, we ain't jumping on the man,
Okay,
but just
okay,
fight,
well, alright,
just fight
nice.
me down there. Well, the fight man on that.
But
Well,
we are
one thing
seeing
about I was gonna say,
then
right?
Dunker did the same thing last season as well.
Yeah, he
The,
did.
the,
He did.
the, the nice spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salik is in this, right? Salik this player failed by a whole different rule. So like I think he and his league head, like he experienced on it. The rules is they can't own like highly owned players. So this man have like he do have Salah, he do have like
Oh,
Trent and they have to only go with low owned players, which is I think an interesting concept.
I like that.
Um
I like that.
yeah,
I
it's
like that
very
concept.
differential. Obviously not good for your OR, but a lot
If
more
I
fun for a mini
if
league.
I play in a league, I'd have two teams. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, we chasing OR and whatever. But I know this guy had Vegas as well. So
The ghost about to be highly owned. Yeah, about to be highly owned.
yeah, I think Vegas gonna be the most transferred in man. That's what's kind of make me bummy about bringing the man in. Cause right now I just consider I like dog. I feel like gonna sell Edward and Edward gonna start on score dog.
And I would be so upsetting. So upsetting.
But
I
anyway,
wait with
I'll
you.
see about it. The patience is key, you know. But the last fixture of the game week is Burnley Leicester, and I think Burnley will probably win that too. To be honest, that's too more. Um, hey, John, don't start me this hour, you know, dog. I will are they going to listen to the corner flag pod, please, guys?
One
Yeah.
thing I would say about that Burnley Leicester, and this brings back the fact, right? I expect Burnley, if they're gonna like score, they're gonna score in that game.
From a set piece.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
I think
From a set piece.
Weg hat trick
no,
on Leicester, boy.
they will
Weg
score
hat
the
trick.
set piece. They will score the set piece away to Palace, but we're going to go and bully that defense.
I think so,
And
and
especially
especially Yannick Vestergaard.
if Weghorst and Coney play at home against Leicester, I think Burnley could come away with that because let's be real, Leicester has one of the worst defenses in the
Yeah,
league this season.
yeah.
It's been
It's true.
I
so
mean, and Israel makeshift right now, eh? Who they played? They played. I think last game they played Ndidi and Amartine in defense. No,
yeah,
Ndidi and Seyonku.
But
Yeah.
looking at the
boy.
past month, the XGA is getting better. But if we
I
look overall, right?
see Conor Flack is a fellow bully connoisseur.
Yeah,
uh,
you know that, dog.
yeah,
Leicester
yeah,
currently fifth for XGA.
yes, John. Yes, John. They're not getting relegated.
Leicester currently fifth for XGA in the Prem overall. Which means bad defense. As I say, boy, I remember I was scared fight down, but I tell these men, Vestergaard is a terrible defender, and well, nobody want to
Well,
listen to you one.
fight you down,
But I
boy.
mean, obviously, injuries is a big concern. Um, for them, I think they're a bit unlucky for Fana, obviously. A lot of other
Mm.
injuries. Madison doesn't have this full fitness. Jamie Vardy's been out of sorts. Um, but yeah, like from a FPL perspective, it means goals way. And I really think that Vegas might be just like the man this rounds back. And the next thing, the upside of looking at Burnley players, because while I do like to put my feet typically in Burnley, um, looking at the fixtures, they have obviously two double game weeks in a. Is this the double game week? Then you have they had the last double game week. Then you have Chelsea, Brentford, Southampton, City, Norwich. So I mean, they have a decent run there. West Ham, Wolves. For the rest of the season, if you could just afford the budgets, and they have a reliable. I mean, what's gonna happen to them is probably they're gonna play good, then get pumped by City as they always do with Mars scoring a hat trick because otherwise the Mars is get all the goals is against Woodley. But yeah, I mean, we talked about Connor Roberts as well as a nice little way into the defense. He got an assist last time out. Um, he looks a good player from what I've seen. Yeah, man, corner flag, dog, John, and Salek as well. Two leg winners, dog. I don't know why that just feel like I feel like that could be true, Salek. That's the thing, dog. That's the
It's
thing, dog.
possible, isn't it? It's possible.
Yeah, I wanna say you're talking nonsense, but
Pull it up on Google Translate.
they do it first now. They do it first now. Um, But yeah, man, I think this double game week, this double blank game week, a lot of exciting potential. A free hit. In terms of a free hit, guys, we talked about it before. Could be Edu. Kwan, you could share the thing is used to build the free hit, and we could try and build our free hit team maybe quick and just
Yeah.
show people.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
let me do that now, because I know man busting the free it and
Brother John, easy yourself now, brother. Ziyech is gonna open up that Burnley team.
But I just always talk about Ziyech in terms of negatively, but that man may really come in as a differential for me, and I'm not even joking, dog.
Telling you. Yeah, I tell you about Ziyech, buddy, man, form different right now.
Also, I want
Right.
to say something because a lot of people didn't triple captain Salah this week, dog. And you know why we always say, yeah, well, they had to do it. At the same time, dog, if you ain't captain or triple captain Salah, why is unfortunate, don't call it a quits now. Because, if you slap the chip, they have other opportunities.
Yeah,
It's at 27 points, but you can overcome gaps at this point, dog.
it's have
So,
multiple double game weeks in
All
so
right.
we're
one.
playing smart.
So let me pull up this thing for you. Have you seen it? All right.
Boy.
Right. So this is playmakers team planner. Right. So you can come in here and you can plan your team.
Big up
Right.
playmaker.
Right. So goalkeeper Pope.
Nicholas Pope, boy, one time off the bat, and he could probably pull up his stats as well while you're there. Oh wait, we have a
Right.
question from Salek there. Other than Saint Maxim and you talking about the Newcastle question. Salek boy, we not talk about that. And we talked about Joe Willock and we talked about Ryan Fraser
Yeah.
And Dubravka.
and Dubravka as well as somebody that Daga has in his free draft right now. Daga, I think he probably not in the live again. But like they have I think they have 2 double game weeks as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willock, especially when he finds a vein of form, which he has found. That is something. And yeah, boy, red triple captain Trent boy, and dog. You think I can't triple captain. I could be captain or defender. I've done it before, but triple captain or defender, no way.
None
That
of
was
Yeah.
that.
No, that's
my
right.
looking good. Keston, that's a real good pick as well. With Trippier, I think like if he was fit, I think I would probably
Yeah.
put him in. Boy,
Yeah.
honestly.
For sure.
But
All right,
yeah, boy,
guys. So next defender.
Cancelo for this week for sure, dog. Don't overthink it. He looked really good against which shifts was he seen? He looked really good against was I that Spurs, even though he got arrested. And I wanna analyze something, I wanna know how much goals come down Everton flank, but I don't have the time to check that right now, because
No, we don't have time to check that. We moving on. I like Connor Roberts.
Connor Roberts is a nice pick though. I
Yeah.
could endorse that. 2 fixtures, cheap, nil, and he got
4.5.
an assist this week. He got 7 points this week. How much points he got this week?
How much points he got this week?
I could check.
Let's see it here. I'm not able to check it here.
Let me check it for you, because I'm on
Yeah.
the FL website right now. Connor Roberts. You have Roberts and you have Robertson.
If we do
8
Roberts,
points.
we not
9 and
going
8, sorry.
Benny, right?
If was that?
If we do Connor Roberts, we not going Benny for the set piece potential
Oh,
against Palace.
Hey, what to do? Let me put
All
Benny
right.
first.
Let's
Let
pick
me put
Benny.
Benny
Pick
first,
Benny.
and we'll negotiate
Yeah.
afterwards. But he got Connor Roberts got a total of 17 points this double game week. Incredible numbers.
Yeah, boy.
While Benny got 21.
Woo! Woo!
That's nice look.
Should have
That's real
I
nice.
should have buy when the defender, boy. Woo!
Oh boy, that's nice look.
Jesus. A -4 would not be too bad, no?
And guys,
You're saying, well, you don't trust in the defense?
nah, I don't trust Burnley attack. I trust Burnley defense. I trust. But
Right. So we moving on. Next defender.
so we have some options here, dog.
I find Itinerary could get play.
I would probably put Cody because Itinerary minutes kind of worrying, right? But I'd probably put Cody in this.
So Connor Cody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cody
Itinerary
is
had a
nil.
little
He's a clean
attacking
sheet.
potential, but yeah, his minutes.
Anyway, the man, he's a thunder bastard, man. He'll come out and score a goal. But we have a next question from Salake about Christian Eriksen being with the risk side. Despite Brentford being so poor, I wouldn't risk it because I think his minutes will be managed.
I wouldn't either.
For sure. But
But
if he is fit,
I expect him to start. I expect him to start though.
I think he'll come in.
After 90.
He can get from 90, but I could think he could start.
And he will be on all set pieces, and he will probably in a Brentford team that's very set piece centric now. But what I will say about Christian Eriksen is something that I was very pissed off, even with the Euros and thing, when I had the man on my team, but the man hasn't beaten the first man for a long time, though. If you're watching set pieces for Inter and thing too, the man, I don't know, but because he used to be RL, the boss of that kind of thing. But
yeah.
I don't know. I would say no for now.
So we play that back 3 or we play that back 4?
Yeah, three.
Back three?
Let be back three. Yeah, I think
Alright.
so because I think there's a lot of potential in our midfield way. Because right off the bats, we done call it. Bruno Fernandez, I think, had a come in.
Alright, so Bruno.
Yeah,
Riyad Mahrez.
yeah, for sure. So Bruno, you're searching in goalkeeper.
Shucks. My bad.
So putting Fernandez there. Gamaya should have been a nice call,
Yeah,
But
boy,
he
but you
man
can't get
started
started, boy.
Mares, and I would go heavy here, boy. I would put Son as well.
Yeah.
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 So but we had to pick Kane on top.
Would you put Kane, boy? I'd probably leave Kane out of this,
Alright. So
I don't know.
who's the fourth and fifth mid?
Probably our next team midfielder, what do you think?
So but who?
Um,
Bevan might be bad no Foden, you know.
maybe let's put Foden. We can always play around with it afterwards,
Yeah.
I think Foden minutes is my only concern because I think he did play 90 this week.
Let me
You know
just
what?
put back,
Let me go for
let me
so
just put back
midfield
the
wise.
let me just put back the cheap options on the bench.
There's three strikers.
Raheem is our next option, but I like to see that. But I want to see if we could fit in Kane first. As I want to see before we start looking for Sterling now.
I just put back the cheap options on the bench so we could play around with the
Yeah,
information
of
here.
course.
Because
I like that the heavy midfield. It is heavy, but I like it. I think what you guys think of a Palace man against And now John, we really talk about Burnley defense being an attack. No, we talk about that earlier, especially now because they're playing against Crystal Palace and Leicester, two teams that concede heavily from set pieces. So that's something we considered a lot. You wanna go Willock as the fifth middle, or just as our out of time and pick
Nah. I found we could go three strikers this game week.
three strikers? So Kane,
Yeah.
Weghorst, and Hube.
Armando Bruja.
Alright, perfect.
alright,
Love
no
that.
problem at all.
That sounded nice.
So that
3-4-3.
would change to Broha.
Yeah, defender.
4.3.
We're
Yeah,
out of
I
position.
know realize guys.
He's not 4.3.
You have your
And
max
then
price set in the front.
I didn't have my max right there. Because I was picking the shuffle bench options. Right, so Broha,
And
Weghorst.
Kane.
Yeah, I would be afraid to double up on Spurs as well. I would actually move Son down and move Foden to Sterling in this team.
I like that too. I think, like, when we put out the
So,
scout team, this will probably be the
Sterling.
scout team.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Possibly,
let's do
yeah.
Sterling. And you'll take out Son as well, and we can change that.
So
Yeah.
who's Kane?
Put Kane in, and we'll see how much money we have now.
Alright.
Yeah, boy, John, honestly, yeah, we that double up. I think Kane. I feel like Son could get out of that, but Kane on pens kind of always helps him for me now. I like Willock. I think when we owe it to OFB to always include Willock when we have the chance now. So there's a cornerstone.
I'm here wrong.
There's a cornerstone of the
I just
thing.
looking
I'll be
for
playing
the
Ramsey
cheap defender
because I'm afraid.
here.
I have a question, right? Who's put Daniel Amate as your last defender?
Yeah, for sure.
It even have to be Amati, it could be
Now he playing. Super Amate, yeah.
I want to see how much.
Simicast is the cheapest.
Yeah.
Well, we have two bench defenders, so it's best to put Amate
What?
and
What y'all think about Rafinha against Spurs?
Ooh, that's actually a good show. He looked he had a good reload today.
And even if it's not Rafinha, what about Daniel James, who has been playing out of his skin? I find
It's
I've
true.
seen him.
That's very true. He played really well, I thought, today, even though Leeds did not get a good
Well, we have 2.2 to play with there.
Yeah.
So we could upgrade Willock to Rafinha maybe
Yeah.
if you're willing to do that. I do believe that game will finish with goals. And I seen here Saleh talking about Southampton have multiple green FDRs. How many Southampton players? So I would go with Bruno.
Oh yes, yeah.
And
I think
if possible.
yeah, James Ward-Prowse is somebody that's good.
Yeah, but we would love to have. Yeah. I think still not get dropped.
Nah, I'd say drop Rafinha away. Drop
You
Rafinha.
sure? Alright.
Yeah.
Least we need a double up for that because Matthew, big up Matthew. That's the boss there.
Yeah. That's a nice show too.
Yeah, Broha for sure had a coming. We definitely will be playing. I will definitely be bringing in Broha this week. I think I might take the
Yeah.
-4. I think, but pros are against Norwich. You know, I feel Norwich. They're just very vulnerable. And he's screenshotting the one time to make any video.
Correct.
I like that. Um, but yeah, I think right now we kind of cover all bases there. Still in Mars. So the one thing I will say, one thing I
Yeah.
would also endorse is even if you're going for a City double defense way, I think that might work out.
Yeah.
And who we captaining?
The double man it had to be the Weg. What do you think?
Yeah, why not? Try it
Yeah,
now. We might like it.
Prosy, that's a good option. Rafinha. So yeah, talking about Green FDRs, Salek by Broha for sure. I think Che Adams is a really nice option too. He's in a lot of form, as we talked about before. I think he returned in the last how much games it was, guys? It was 3 or 4 games when we had looked it up. It's like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, not sure for him.
There's Roman Parad if he's fit.
COVID,
Even
COVID.
Liverman, monitor Liverman too. If you're looking, I feel like the easiest route into that defense might be even like a man like Salisu. What do you guys think? I think Salisu not that
Mhm.
expensive either. CC 4.5. But
He's not a bad option, but
I would go for a Southampton defender.
yeah, definitely I wouldn't
I
either.
just
But the
think,
man I think most nailed is Salisu and Kyle Walker Peters, I believe right now. So
yeah,
that's
that's
the
horrible
that's the guys
defender.
you should be looking at. Yeah. Now Walker Peters he bag up City. Yeah,
But
I
let
feel
me real now. Let me real now. That was a fluke goal, right?
like
He carried out on a normal day,
the
right?
thing is, he has a good double coming up, right? He has Villa and Newcastle next week, so that I think pros he's a good captain that week, as we talked about before. But even Jimenez is a good captain. Did we put in our Wolves man? We did put in our Wolves man. Cool.
Yeah, we are
So
cool.
yeah, even now, my man like Jimenez next week could be interesting, if you're
Yeah.
looking to not maybe play a free hit, but just kind of plan ahead.
hmm
God, that's something to look at. But yeah,
I
I think
have a
overall,
question. I have a
mhm,
question for you, right? And for somebody who has one free hit left,
same.
would you do your free hit now, or would you do wait till game week 30?
I keeping it, boy. Keeping, and I don't
Yeah,
think I'll play
I
30
keep
either. I think I
anything.
might build my
I
side
just
towards to have enough men.
I just want to share something really quickly,
Mm-hmm.
right? You all know I love my spreadsheets,
Ah,
and
boy.
we go on Ben Krellen's spreadsheet here.
I was not gonna see
And
the pull up, Let's look at the duties, no?
game week
Thanks,
30,
man, Salek.
we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams playing, right? So that's
Right.
Yeah.
3 games. This is not set in stone, but based on who goes through in the FA Cup, there's
Mm-hmm.
potentially just 6 teams or 3 games in game week 30, which
Mm-hmm.
would see a huge long game week in game week 30, as opposed to just a few teams in game week 27.
Yeah.
Personally, I actually would hold on free hit until game week
Agreed.
30.
Agreed.
hmm
But the
I think
caveat is
I know with it.
I have players from I have one from Villa. No, I have 2 from Villa, 3 from Arsenal, 1 from Leicester, 1 from Leeds. So it's still a toss up for me personally.
Yeah.
hmm
But
I think
looking at
you
that
can
game week
try
30
and build
one, yeah. So
to
looking at
try and
that
put
game week
out a
30,
couple men.
yeah. Right now I would be on a -8 if I want to get 11 playing players. Now I
That don't
didn't
make
take
sense. I don't think that makes sense.
I didn't take it for the double though. So but
Okay.
yeah, I but yeah, so that's um the FA game week 30. And a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
teams, would be doubling later on
Yeah.
if they make in game week 30.
hmm
So that's just something for you all to keep in mind, that
I think you
I
definitely
think,
had a plan with that in mind if you're planning,
yeah,
right?
especially for you all who only have one hit, or
Just
you
like
use
me.
up
I
your
think all of us are one
one.
for it, eh?
Yeah, all of us do.
I use up my
Well, yeah,
30
man.
hits. I'm in a tricky position,
Yeah,
right?
he's my as well. Pressure. is an interesting prospect. I just don't think it worth it, boy. That's the thing. Like to chase points in them kind of fixtures, it making sense. I might just take the L and hopefully
Yeah,
miss.
I think the reason I might free this game week is if I really want to attack that Everton game.
Yeah,
Other than that, yeah, I can't see myself free in this one.
I don't see too much of an upside, honestly.
Yeah,
But we'll see. I
because
feel like
let's say
even if
let's say
Real
you
do
go on
go,
free hits and they bring
yeah,
in Mahrez and Sterling and Pepsi. Now I gonna play Foden
and Cole
and
Palmer.
Jesus and Cole. Man, these fellas just
I think he's not fit though. That's the only thing. But
yeah, yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah.
Or you play Kiki and
Imagine he
so
play Kiki, that'd be interesting. Junior Alvarez and Nicole Manu. But I feel like for that week, I'll probably try and prioritize getting man like Phil.
yeah.
Let's see, continue. Um, we'll see though. I mean, closer to the time, you'll see if more games appeal. Because I heard there was going to be a fixture change where Arsenal might end up having a fixture this week. What kind of shipping this?
Oh
I'm
really?
not sure how true that is. Yes, somebody said it might be rescheduled, but to end up as an Arsenal double for the
Okay.
next week or something like that. I can't remember. I was watching the game while I read that. So keep an eye out on it. But Arsenal loading up with Arsenal assets makes sense right now. Because obviously they have they the defensive team. Even though our pray to God they concede this week tomorrow because I need that that little gain. The defensive team to watch. Saka, I have,
But yeah, 138 by relaxing that now. By
but I need more. Anyway, one less.
greediness by
You can say
We're
my pen.
looking for
Rams, look at keep a pen.
Arsenal assets, right? Like, not
Yeah,
obviously not for game week 27, but for game week
yeah,
28 and beyond. I think Kieran is honestly one of the best left backs in the league. Like, I would say top three.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. He's been really good when he's on the field this season, creating a lot of chances. But again, everything really concerns me with him is injuries. Not knowing
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
It's
But
always been good. It's just the injuries.
the thing is when you see when
And
Tomiyasu come back in, that's a cheap way,
Yeah,
when when that Arsenal back four play, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, and Tierney, I think they look so good as a unit.
Yeah,
They
one of
look
the
really
best
good as a
defenses
unit.
in the league, really statistically
mm,
too. So definitely, I think be nice to I might probably double up when they have their doubles on the defense. This week I didn't do it because Liverpool had a double. But
As
yeah,
somebody who doubled up and then they lost the clean sheet in the last minute of the game, I
that
was
was
very
painful, though. That was
boy,
painful.
if that was
upset.
painful,
The thing is,
yeah,
I really
keep
said I
sorry.
take Ramsdale 6 points and 9 points for granted too. I was like, 6 points for Ramsdale, yeah. And then I just see the clean sheet go. I said, no. But yeah, Chelsea, another thing to keep looking at, and the two players I think Kwan would recommend, and I would recommend too. We know that is Rudiger and Ziyech, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah, hey, John, is map now where you go. They have they have some rescheduled games to play too. I remember, and
Yeah,
they
we
have a
do.
nice great fixture on.
Yeah, we do have a double game coming up.
Right,
Kwan,
Burnley,
Kwan,
Newcastle,
why
Norwich, and all kinds of things.
why not Mount?
Mountain Jet boy.
Mount
And
injured?
yeah, Mount injured at the moment. He was,
So many bench, yeah.
yeah, but he really came on the bench just because. But Mount not
Big
that
up,
fit.
John.
And
Yeah,
Just on form boy. Just on
yeah,
form boy.
boy, he on form, boy.
I don't know if
Yes.
you've seen it by Vic Body man, just on form body. And everything Chelsea going through that man. Everything Chelsea
Yeah,
creates going through the academy moment.
agreed.
So
Completely agreed.
yeah.
Obviously, I think he's a kind of injury concern too because he came off against Lille.
Yeah, he did.
So just keep an eye on that. Rudiger, obviously the easiest way into the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Thiago Silva will be rotated. I feel.
And the thing
Um,
with,
Well,
thing with
we can't rotate to Thiago this is yeah. We don't have a
the
choice.
man on player will be playing
It's only when regimes finally come back then possibly, but we can't do it right now.
against Lille. When he was
Rudiger,
incredible. Look.
Yeah. Thiago rolled back the years.
he hit the post or something like that in this game week.
Ooh, Rudiger, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a great shot. Pretty
man.
great shot.
He always threatening to score with one of those. He will one of the. Is he
Yeah,
like
he
how
will.
Matip did it today? Matip always going on an adventure and he get goal today. Like Rudiger's the next man to do that. Well,
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
that's the only two people I recommend from our team at the moment. From my
I'll
team
say
at
as
the
well.
moment.
Like if you a lot of people have double defense right now, whether it be City or Liverpool or both, and if you're looking to
Another,
maybe switch from
I
them,
know,
then Chelsea.
I know. We spoke about City assets. We spoke about Sterling. We spoke about Foden. What about Bernardo?
You see thing as well, as a man, I'm a firm believer in the data, and Bernardo was always overperforming the XG now,
Yeah,
But
and yeah,
and he had
when
and he was playing KDB's role too.
yeah,
yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah,
when he got the hat trick in
Champions League,
Champions
that's,
League, he played
that's
false nine.
nice
well, like
spot in
yeah,
CP dog.
the sporting by the Premier League, you know. Don't
Where
you
you
know?
rather go, Sporting CP or Burnley, boy?
No. Forget Burnley. Everton is the Sporting and Everton is basically the same thing, you know.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. No, really, that's true. But I mean, it's been a good week for the XG busters. Obviously, Dennis is the XG buster, and he got an 11-point hold this week. So,
Tripped Dennis.
um, shall I listen to my week one way? But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll consider him really. I just especially with De Bruyne back inside, he's play a lot deeper. So that's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's somebody to consider as well if you want to go for like Salek does for someone who's
Hmm.
not highly owned. I think Bernardo could be a nice way into that City team as well.
Could be
Could be.
definitely.
Yeah, could be.
As right now, my money on the defense playing a glad, and like I just kind of hope that
Yeah, but
things go well sometimes.
you have it. You are your defense is that
Premium,
man
that's
have
why.
that man have four premium defenders. You know? It's not no, it's not five.
Two premium defenders and two mid range.
Who's the mid range? Who's the mid range?
Cancelo and Laporta 6.6 and 5.8. That mid
That
That
range.
mid
that
range, mid range,
that
five foot,
premium
mid
The mid
range,
range,
five foot.
the mid range.
mid range
Don't
is
worry about
five.
that. Alright, okay, so I have three premium and one mid range. And then itinerary just chilling in the corner whenever you feel like playing. So yeah. But I mean that will probably change soon, as I said. Chelsea back on the menu with some good fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean right now I'm a fan of the Robo Trent. So again, like I'd recommend if all your wildcard and try and get that Robo win. But yeah.
Would you recommend that though? Or would you recommend Jota as well instead of Robert?
I've made a decision, but I think that right now, while Jota will probably score, Robertson, if you watch his point history, has been pretty decent now this season.
And for me, no injured not so.
Yeah, but here Jota injured too is like a similar time frame, and
Okay.
obviously as you saw today, we playing Mane through the middle.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
kind of man is going on in Liverpool right now? I can tell you,
yeah, well, it's
Luis
working, no?
Diaz. Yeah, boy,
It's
Luis
working.
Diaz. Boy, I see the man put down dog. Luis Diaz is a real dog. The man flicking up the ball and all kind of thing to pass. I like dog. All right, do your thing, dog. Real impressive, boy. Real impressive. It was a nice game
No,
today,
he's
so
a
get
good
to check
player.
out the
He's a
highlights.
really good player.
He's top, boy. He's top. And I could see him being a fair asset in years to come too. So definitely want to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Should have had a
Soon
goal
enough,
today too, but Mane blocked the shot. He
soon
has the
enough,
post in.
when Mane sort of take a dive, yeah,
But it is on the man. But every time you feel the man gonna take a dive, the man is gonna score. Like the man, like that's how, like if you the table, the goal scoring table, no player outside of Liverpool has scored more goals than Mane this season. So that is crazy in itself. For a man who people thought was underperforming this season, the man is back in the game. Afcon, I think he's right now he's certified one of the best African players of all time, top three for sure.
mm-hmm.
With our Afcon win, so
I mean,
contentious.
I mean, you have to take that with a pinch of salt too, because I mean, you look at the top two strikers in the Premier League this season, Dennis and Antonio.
Yeah. This season the striking has been terrible though, and
Yeah,
literally I was watching that just now when we were talking about it, and it's really funny because it's literally Dennis, Antonio, then Ronaldo, then San Maxim, and then Mopai. If you tell me Mopai would be a top five striker midway through the season last season, I would laugh at you, dog. I say nah,
Mikel Island.
you're mad. But yeah, even though that's the case, I could still see Jota being reclassified as a forward next year. That's something to
Yeah.
consider.
No, forget that. Forget that.
So yeah,
Anytime he classifies as forward, he's not coming my team.
yeah. I mean
Why would
that's what his
Alright,
ability.
I lie.
now
Or he
But
started. He's
Joshua,
not.
he need to
I
stay.
find
He need to
Joshua,
stay as a mid. Sorry.
I find his numbers real good. I mean, he frustrating when he's ready because he's missed a lot as well. But
He's a
Mhm.
poacher though.
Joshua,
He's only dealing high XG chances. As you think he must miss a couple.
his numbers real good. I find.
But yeah, his numbers top class this season. Obviously, he's kind of developing his game a lot too. He's carrying the ball. He could head at the ball. He's a top player
Yeah,
now. Top.
for a short guy, he's a really good head of the ball. No?
Man,
I
he's so too.
yeah.
I don't know what that man is be doing in Liverpool, but but yeah, we're wrapping up there then.
Yep, we are wrapping up.
Nice 1.5 hours. I'm gonna go in even group that and message Timmy one time because Timmy's supposed to be here an
Yeah,
hour ago.
since how yeah, I really wow.
Timmy, the pod side right there. But yeah, man, it was good. Thanks to all the viewers and everything. We post up our side. I think we had a kind of broadcasting success at the last couple
Yeah, yeah,
stages of
yeah,
because when we
yeah.
started back, we heated. Know that it's been
Yeah.
very
Vic,
successful so far.
I don't know if Vic realized, but we're doing real good. We're doing real good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll take a sabbatical more often then.
I think for the past two games we've beaten Dagger. Yeah,
Hey, Daga,
yeah,
the only thing is, way, that's real big in itself, But
yeah. It is.
Daga's still the boss, Don't get me
He
wrong,
is.
with
He
Daga.
is. He is.
Was
He
Like
is.
I said before,
Yes,
we did.
John. We know we know you were here.
thank you, Pundit. We love you. Big up, Corner Fly. I go on the pod Sunday, God willing. So that should be nice to talk about something other than fantasy football. Talk about real football. That would be nice. But yeah, man. Depending on the result in the final, though, Quan. If we lost, I ain't gonna make it that trip. I just gonna stay home. But
Police is coming fair.
it was. I don't know. I'm not gonna make any predictions because it's our final. But yeah. It was nice, guys. Nice to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Quan should jump out. Yeah, Quan always looking for all talk now. All talk. Off it.
I
Off
I
it.
but I tell you that already. I tell you whenever you're ready. I there. No?
Can't repeat that one. Alright, guys. Later.
Hey, blocky now, right?
Later, fellas.
Good
Good night, everybody. Green arrows.
Green arrows.
Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Good night. Stay safe.